Let's quickly see. If you're in the chat, just say hi real quick. Oh, hello there. Okay, I see some people are finally tuning in. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, there we go. So what's up, everybody? Today is actually one of the craziest days in probably years. And I don't think a lot of you guys realize just how weird it is, but Bitcoin just officially made a new all-time high. We were here yesterday talking about when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? It didn't happen. At least that night it did not. But about, I'm going to say 30 minutes ago or so it happened. Obviously, I was celebrating ever so slightly. And you can see here that over on Coinbase, we beat it by about, I'm going to say about $100 or so. And somebody says there's an error in the title. Let me quickly see what the title is or what it's supposed to be. Somebody says Facebook and Instagram are down coincidentally as well. Where's the emergency? Well, I just put that as it's just like a template that I have from before. I just opened the quickest stream I could because Bitcoin just hit an all-time high. We have just broken records. This is the first time. Okay, again, some people don't. Is this not an emergency? We've just hit a new high point for Bitcoin. Oh, Rogue. Okay, let me see. Oh, yeah, thank you. I fixed it. Yeah, so it's never happened before the halving. So theoretically speaking, following most models, we are a couple months early to beat this all-time high. So the fact that we have done it right now, in my opinion, means that guys like BlackRock and all these different ETF providers are going a bit harder than anticipated. I think I liked one of them a little bit earlier already somewhere. I'm not so sure exactly where it was. Let me see over on the side here exactly which one I perhaps bookmarked. But there was basically a discussion about what exactly caused this to be so different. And I think it was 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗏 who said, and I'll show you real quick over here. He basically said this: the 10 Bitcoin ETFs, a virtual lock to clock their second biggest volume day yesterday. So looks like the big bump up in trading activity last week was more new normal than anomaly. Meaning the fact that we are right now on the up and up and up, I think from here is only going to get crazier. We've got Rover in the chat. What's up, Rover? What time is it for you now, huh? Oh, but I'm like so surprised right now. The fact that we are actually doing this, to me, it is actually insane that we just beat an all-time high. Uh, 11 p.m. Yeah, so I'm a little bit like starstruck as well. The fact that it actually happened, and I was really debating, thinking, you know what is the probability that it's gonna happen before the actual halving? I don't know where exactly that chart of mine is open as well. It's probably on some other one of these, but I'm gonna find it real quick. Because before we said, every single time it basically happens, Bitcoin breaks the all-time high a significant amount of time after the S&P hits its all-time high. Now, the S&P hit its all-time high, what, 2 months ago or so? But it's still way earlier than we have ever seen before, if I'm not mistaken. Look at that. This is some previous previous runs we were talking about here. And the fact that we have now gotten there, I kind of wonder, is this going to be another rejection at the previous top? I mean, right now we're down almost $2,000 from the top that we just made a little bit earlier. I see you guys can't see it perfectly. Here we go. We're down almost $2,000 from hitting that spot. But obviously, a lot of people are now taking profit. And by the way, congratulations to every single one of you who's been able to hold through. I'm going to talk about what's going to happen next a little bit later. But for right now, everybody just say congratulations. Let's congratulate each other for sitting through an entire bear market, at least a lot of you guys. I want to quickly congratulate all of you for sticking through this whole freaking shit of a show. What a shenanigans, huh? What a crazy time it has been. But finally, the rewards are paying off. Or I say the fruits are bearing. And it's not as, by the way, look at this. This is what we were talking about before that the Bitcoin price could do. And it's actually coming to fruition quite nicely. And I still kind of stand on the idea that over a very short amount of time, the price is going to go so crazy, so exponential, because the gains we are seeing right now, I still think are just the start. Again, it's just my thoughts, my idea. A lot of you guys are saying Facebook and Instagram are down. I'm not sure if that is true. But right now, what I am telling people is you got to be more careful than ever, because the FOMO, if we're just looking at memes, right, is so ridiculously high. Shiba Inu was up like 75% today. Dogecoin was pumping out of control. Every single meme coin was going so crazy right now. That's where I sometimes get a little bit afraid, especially because one thing happened that I've been warning you guys about for a while. And you guys know what it is, perhaps? With another meme coin just got listed to Binance. And what we saw with 𝗵𝗵𝗄, what we saw with 𝗕𝗑, what we saw with all those garbage coins, meme coins, sorry, same thing, is that the moment one of them gets listed on Binance, it's the top. I don't know why, but it seems the case right now again that WIF gets added to Binance and every single meme coin starts going down the freaking drain. That's kind of what it's looking like today. I think it's kind of funny, but it's also kind of not funny depending on how you see it. Let me actually quickly share the stream. I forgot to do it over on Twitter and perhaps over on our Telegram. Let me just quickly copy this. Yeah. And let's also quickly ask in the chat box where you guys are watching from right now. I'm going to quickly share it over in the TG. I think I have to do it on my phone. And as always, if you guys have a better suggestion for the title, just let me know, man. I don't mind changing that. Thailand, huh? Rover, I send you a little message if you can see it. Facebook and Insta is down. Geez, it's really down, huh? It is kind of coincidental because everybody's now watching X and YouTube, you'd think. And everybody, smash those likes up. We are right now with almost 300 people watching, but we only got 50 likes. Make sure you at least press that like button. No, just press it. Just press it once, of course. But take a look at that. We are right now at roughly 300 viewers. It's going really, really nice. And roughly 50 likes. Let's get that up to at least 100 likes. Everybody, if you've not pressed it yet, make sure you press that button. You've got absolutely nothing to lose. And all we've got is gains to see, right? At least over the short term, guys, I already think it's going to be... Let's ask Rover here real quick as well. What do you think is going to happen, Rover? Saigon, Vietnam, we've got South Africa in the chat, we've got Ireland, we've got 𝗏𝗀𝗀 from Netherlands, Montana, California, Chicago. We've got people from everywhere. Jungle from Bosnia. Who else we got? Dogbird, that's a nice name, from Canada. Nigeria, we got in the chat. Rip Rover says, straight push to $100,000 within 4 weeks. What do you guys think? How many of you guys think that Bitcoin right now is going to go through to $100,000? Just type yes or no in the chat. Let me quickly see what you guys are thinking. The 𝗏𝗏𝗪 from Netherlands, Florida in the house, Canada, QC. We got all those countries in here, man. You know, I'd always love to see that. I think a lot of you guys don't care about it, but I always love to see where everybody's watching from. Bristol. Oh, look at that. Spain, London. Everywhere in the world is here. That's amazing. That is so nice. Damn. What a freaking day it's been, huh? Let me just quickly click some things away. This is also funny. This is from yesterday's stream. I was Googling what time Korea wakes up. I think this was like 1 a.m. or something. I don't know what the time is in Korea. I think it's plus 5 maybe. So we were checking what time does Korea wake up to just pump the living crap out of Bitcoin towards the freaking moon. And I mean, it did work because quickly afterwards, we hit an all-time high, but I guess this was already when Korea was sleeping. Now I'm looking back at it. Yeah, let me grab this one back again. Now look at that. So the majority of you guys think that indeed Bitcoin is going to push to $100,000 quickly afterwards. And I mean, if we take a look at this is the previous cycle, for example, that I just mapped over. This is the previous cycle, and I just mapped whatever happened here, right? So this entire section right here, this section is basically mapped over towards right here. And it basically showcases that the moment that you get this like run going, what we're witnessing right here, let's quickly see. I think I've got it somewhere. Give me like a minute to try find it between all these different charts because there's so many of them. This is my my historical, like really funny chart. I basically said before, the moment that Bitcoin hits an all-time high, it's going to take 14 days, or the moment that Bitcoin beats the $45,000 mark, it's going to take 14 days to hit 60,000. As I said, after one fake out. And what's funny is indeed we saw one fake out right there, we saw one fake out right there, and one fake out right there. And then afterwards, the moment you hit 45,000 again is when you just go straight to 60,000. It happened once, twice, and now a third time, all three times in almost the exact same manner. I think that's kind of beautiful, the way that that has gone. So no, it's not in unnamed 2. Let's try this one right here. And it's also funny that we are pretty much seeing that a lot of this attention is indeed coming from the Bitcoin ETFs. I honestly, like honest truth, thought it would be, oh, we're going down, by the way. We're dumping pretty significantly, perhaps because the all-time high has now been hit. And now it's time for people to kind of calm their horses down ever so slightly. People are taking some profits. People are sitting down a little bit again. I'm trying to find that one chart, but I'm not having a lot of luck. Looks like this one is a reset. Might be this one. This one. No, I'm not sure exactly where to find it. Sometimes I scroll through my Twitter to see if I can find it. It was that one chart that basically, let me quickly find it for you. This one. Let's see which exchange it is. It's on Bitfinex. So just find the right one. I think it's not the right one, but it's a similar one. So this will do for now. So what this basically showcases is every single time, right, that the all-time high has been hit, you see a pretty quick surge afterwards. You can see here, it happened back in after we hit the 2014 all-time high again in 2016. Massive surge right afterwards, right? We hit the 2017 all-time high again. This was obviously a fake out, but the second time we did, it was a pretty quick surge afterwards. And right now, I guess I should put it slightly higher up in this case here. As we get towards this all-time high, we expect things to be pretty exponential from here on forward, go pretty crazy. It doesn't have to happen, but it's just very, very likely. Rover says, gotta go to bed. Have a great stream, Dusty. Thank you very, very much. And good morning, pal. Yeah, a lot of you guys are watching it at different times, I presume, huh? Super Crypto says, made 20K with the 𝗵𝗂 pump, Dusty. Amazing, my friend. I'm just looking through a lot of these chats here to see what everybody's thinking. Man, meme coins are in such a frenzy right now. JBHK says they want you to cash so they can pull the rug on fiat. They want you to cash. So they... John says, I have my crypto money in Tether. Why won't the price go up? I like that. I like that. A lot of you guys are talking about meme coins that you're liking right now. 𝗵𝗂𝗀𝗀? I don't know about that. Damn. I was trying to find that one chart, though. Let me quickly see if it's in unnamed 2. I have so many different like folders of charts, so that's sometimes a little bit difficult to find. It's on Bitfinex, though. Perhaps it's right here. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is the perfect one I wanted to show to you. So what this basically showcases, it's not this one, it's this one, is how the price performs after Bitcoin hits an all-time high. And generally speaking, right, it should have hit the all-time high right here. I'm going to say like middle of 2024 somewhere, because normally it doesn't get to that level until, you can see here, about a third or so into the halving. This time, it got towards that all-time high, like at least I'm going to say 5 months or so before expectation. Usually it's, let's say, 4 months after halving. Right now, it's about a month before halving. This is the first time it's ever happened of the sort. I've never seen it. You guys have never seen it. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. And so I personally think that this time around, the altcoin season is going to be different than expected. And for the most part, I think that's because the ETFs right now are getting so much volume in, which is causing Bitcoin's price to pump more massively than normal retail would. But it also won't translate over into altcoins as easily, but over time it will. Somebody says, what happened to Serenity Shield? I'll talk about it more, I think, later as they relaunch. But apparently, one of their wallets got hacked. And to stop this hacker from making money, they stopped everything to just relaunch it. How it got hacked, I asked them, but I didn't fully understand their explanation. So they just didn't want to lose any money, so they stopped everything. And they're relaunching it again. So the price right now is down because there's nothing going on. Like they pulled the plug basically and they're going to relaunch. Some projects have it when they're still pretty early and they do not want to give hackers the success, you know, which is actually a really funny way to do it. But some like XRP, it's too late to do some joke like that. Simon says, any thoughts on AVEX? They went a crazy run last bull cycle, hoping to see the same this year. So I'm telling you guys all the time, right? And right, oh, we're dumping pretty hard, guys. We're down like almost $2,500 since we hit the all-time high just now. And this is also funny that we were talking about this pump towards all-time high. The final blockage was indeed the final blockage. You know, we got rejected once, and then the second time we got there, we just blasted through. And this is the area where I personally thought as well we'd see the quickest move, if at all, with the fake all-time high being initial barrier, which actually turned out to be nothing, the $60,000 barrier. It was a pretty quick push towards all-time high. And like I just said, I think from here on forward, it is only going to keep getting crazier. It is only going to keep going quicker with more severe pushes and more anxiety every single night. I know that might not sound like something you want to hear, but if you've already been having trouble sleeping, now that crypto prices are going up a little bit, just imagine how bad it's going to be once crypto prices go really, really hard, because we've not seen it yet. A couple of coins were up a bit. XRP actually breaking out. Hey, I'll post that in just a second if I remember to post that it is actually breaking out, which is nice. Don't get me wrong. It's very, very nice to see, but it's all like so little to where we're going to be over the next few months, I think. Even we could say next few weeks, really, because the next few weeks I think are already going to be so crazy. I mean, we've never seen this type of price action. We have never seen the Bitcoin price go so high so quick, and we've never seen institutions go so crazy on anything, really. And so the fact that they're so interested in Bitcoin, I keep on thinking as well, what if the stock market or anything of that sort hits a major crash? What then, guys? Imagine all these guys in their indices right now that are all excited thinking the world's never going to end, all of a sudden crash massively. How heavy are these guys going to go for crypto? I really, really wonder. Because obviously it's safer, significantly safer. Nick says, sup, baby? What if this is the top and Dorothy, bye-bye, Kansas, and so on? I don't know what that means exactly, my friend. More monkey businesses. My sister invested 7 years ago in Tether, and she said it's not gone up yet. I'm not sure. I hope you're joking. I sincerely hope you're joking. I think you are. But it would be funny. Oh, he says I'm joking. Okay, that would have been, you know, you're saying that, but it could be one person who's like, oh, I just bought this coin called Tether. It's been stable for a while, but I'm hoping for a massive pump. Because a lot of people don't know stable coins actually exist. So to talk about that fake out, you know what the difficult part is about all this? Oh, here, by the way, here's the Serenity Shield update for anybody that's still holding. Because I'm holding every single coin, which is now kind of like worthless. But I think very soon it's going to be worth a ton again. Because I know those guys do their stuff very well. So I kind of wondered how they got hacked or how it happened. But I'm like, we'll see it shortly enough. I think they'll just relaunch and all will be good. To get back to it. Yeah, so last night, while we were actually off of stream, I was like screaming the Pump It Up song to nobody. Like in my room, just like praying to the heights, screaming the Pump It Up song, which is why you guys couldn't hear it, but I was doing it, which is why we right now hit an all-time high. If you're wondering what happened, I was like, pump it up, you got to pump. And like the level of sound that I did that at was like so crazy that I think probably it's what caused this to happen. I don't want to say it was me, right? I really don't want to be that guy to tell you I'm the one who caused Bitcoin to hit an all-time high, but it's very plausible that I screamed loud enough for somebody to hear it and they pressed the green button. It's possible. I'm not like sure, but I'm like pretty sure. How else could it have happened, right? You got that song, it's got to happen. I don't know. Muti says, bro, I do that every time I put in a long. I love that. Dusty doing the rain dance. My friend, wait, what? The rain dance? Sadiq says, Sadiq. Is that how you pronounce that? Sadiq. Oh, my name's Sadiq. That's kind of nice. I've never seen that before. Sir, please, you can help me with coins, please, to hold. Yeah, I've got a lot of these top coin lists. And the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, right now, Bitcoin hit all-time high. And it could even be a fake out that we're going to basically go lower from here for a little bit of time. It's very plausible. It's very much possible. But if we kind of look at it in the near future, a couple weeks, a couple months, I don't think there's any way in which this is going to be the top for everything. The only thing is, for meme coins, the season might be over now because a coin got listed onto Binance. And historically, every single time that happened, the meme coins did bad for a bit. So it's a warning. However, altcoins like an XRP, a Solana, whatever, they've not really gone for a run yet. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, normally we see these levels in about 5 months from now. The fact that we are seeing them so early makes people anxious, but I kind of think you've now got more opportunity to kind of go bullish for a while. On the short term, guys, we might see a pullback. But even if we see a pullback towards like 45K or something, whatever it's going to be, right? I personally am more bullish than ever before on the longevity of the run. If we, and I'm telling you this straight up, if we went too hard here, if Bitcoin went too hard over the next few hours, oh, I've got some food. Let me just quickly go grab that. Give me a sec. We got it. Somebody says, anyone else been logged into Facebook? I've forgotten my password. Somebody says, they're coming to pick me up. I didn't get any food. They're knocking on my door. They're like, crypto? Huh? That would be funny, actually. Hidola says, I told you 38 hours to all-time high. My friend, if somebody said it, and probably yesterday somebody was right. Somebody says it's going down. Yeah, we're going down very, very hard. But like I was trying to say, if you see crypto prices go to, whoa, XRP has fallen hard. Damn. Let's look at that. We're dumping, boys. No, everybody aboard the ship. We're going down. We're going down. Damn, we're falling though, a little bit. Anyway, I wanted to say, if the price were to just go exponential straight up, there's a problem with that. And the problem with that is usually that it's unsustainable. Right now, the price has gone up a lot in a very short amount of time. But if it goes and it keeps going, at some point, people don't believe it. People think, But what right now is the case is, from here, it actually is not bad to start looking for different positions to open for the longevity. Because right now we've got a juicy pullback. Some people most likely got themselves a beautiful short position in at all-time high, which is never a bad thing to do, by the way. Because the probability of coming back from all-time high for a bit is very, very high. But I was too late. I was half an hour in. Could have actually still opened it at 68 point something. But there it gets riskier because you don't know if we're going to pull through. But the all-time high itself is usually a very, very nice area to go short on for the short term, because almost every time there's a slight pushback as we get towards those levels. It's just almost always the case. Anyway, so from here on forward, though, as we right now have gotten back to 65, it's not actually a bad idea to start entering again. Somebody says crashing coming. Well, the thing is, if crashes come, they might last for a bit. But I honestly prefer the $65,000 Bitcoin area rather than 69,000. And I'm not telling you that because of this. I'm not telling you guys that because of the number 69,000. I'm just telling you that because otherwise I get too stressed out too quickly. I'd prefer to stick a little bit towards prices just below it to really beat the all-time high and go crazy slightly after the halving. That's what I would prefer. So it's more sustainable. So it's not going too quick for its own good. Right now, we're already going so ridiculously fast. And the quicker it goes, the worse it kind of is in terms of pullbacks. And right now, as you can see here, we went from 61,000 to 69,000 in the span of what, like 2 days? That's fast. Anyway, but with regards to altcoins, right now, a lot of them are not doing so well just quite yet. But over the short term, like the span of a couple weeks here, I personally think they're going to do really, really good, depending on what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin goes on for a massive crash, altcoins might not be the thing, right? But if Bitcoin stays relatively stable, right now altcoins are bleeding mostly because of memes bleeding out, I think. And because Bitcoin hit its all-time high, and when Bitcoin hit its all-time high, people expect it to crash, and that's why people also take profits all across the board on altcoins. It just, some people cashed out everything as they right now are in more profit than they've ever been at. But over a while, over a little period here, what the frick is this? Why is this up 55%? Damn. It's got a lot of volume too. What is that? Huh. But over a little bit longer period of time, it's just, the strategy still applies. The strategy still works. Jasmy is down. All those meme coins are down. They were pumping like crazy earlier. Right now, they're down significantly. The worst performers are Bang, Whiff, Floki. And it's like clockwork. Every single time a meme coin gets listed onto Binance, it crashes into the freaking oblivion. But what I'm doing is, I'll put it over on my trading channel probably in a couple of days. But what I'm basically doing is making sure that I enter positions and stack my way down from here. Because we can definitely see some further lows, some further pressure towards the downside. But over time, I think it's going to be juicier than ever before. But we got to give it some time, though, because it's getting a little pullback right now. And that's why I say, if you're watching your portfolio every hour, every second, sometimes this stuff can be very, very stressful. Because right now we're going down so hard. Take a look at this. And it could continue on for a little bit. Right now we're down, 6% or so from the all-time high. And it's logical because I think every single time you hit a new all-time high, it happens. We could look for it if you guys want. Should we do an analysis on seeing how good the all-time high is as a pullback level? So we'd have to look at right here. So around December of 2020. Let's look at that. I'm going to have to scroll back a pretty significant bunch. Let's do 4 hour, I guess. December of 2020. So right there. Let's see here real quick. So this level right here, this line is the all-time high. Previous all-time high was beaten December 1st, 2020. It then had a pullback of roughly 11% over the next day or so. But almost instantly as well, as you can see, after the all-time high was touched, you can see it went down 8% in like a day or two. And then over the next couple of days, like the next 10 days, it went down 12% before continuing on and breaching it like never before. But you see there was a slight pullback the moment that it happened. And that's kind of what we're witnessing right now as well, at least what it seems like. And we can look another run previously, even if you guys want. Let's see the run prior to that. For fun, let's take a look. This one might be different because this is a long time ago, back in 2017. And I might not have charted this perfectly accurately because I did not mean for it to look this closely. It's not loading in. Did I lose the chart or what happened here? What is going on here? We could just take a look at it on a broader scale, I guess. So let's see. The all-time high was roughly 1,059, 1126 here, 1126. So the moment, I'm just looking at it, I have to scroll back. This is just for fun. We're analyzing how crazy things have gone. Back in 2017. What was it now? 1129 or 1126? I forgot. So if it's 1126, it was, or was it 1169? What did I just say? Guys, come on. What did I just say? Which level? Nobody knows? Nobody's paying attention? I can look back, but it's going to take a little bit longer than if one of you guys remembered. Man, nobody paying attention, huh? Damn. Or maybe it's like a little delay. I'm looking at the chat right now. 1126. Okay, there we go. So the moment that we hit an all-time high, that was right here, look at the crash afterwards. Whoa. It actually crashed 35% in like a week after hitting the all-time high. But how much did it do instantly? This is a 4-hour chart. So the moment it breached it, you can see it breached it by, I'm going to say, $50 or so. Over the next 16 hours, it went down 27%. Damn. and 40% over the next 6 days. So generally speaking, right, looking at history, it's not that crazy to see a massive drop. But the drop we're seeing right now is most similar. Oh, let's also do some fact busting. Let's see. The all-time high here was what? 19891. 19891. Ah, that's good enough. Yeah. So indeed, the first time I hit that all-time high, we went down. Roughly, I'm going to say 8% almost instantly, and about 11% over the next week or so. Right now, we're down, what, 8%, I think? I don't remember the exact number. Let's quickly fact check all-time high as well. Right there, which is 6. On this exchange, on Bitfinex, it's only 68424. On Coinbase and stuff, it's like 69.0. So that's a little bit cumbersome because on Bitfinex, even now, the price didn't actually go towards the all-time high. Like it didn't hit it. It just came very, very close to it. Right? Or did it? Oh, no, we broke it, I think, because it's 68874 as well. Anyway, so a correction of sorts when you hit these levels. Is it that crazy? No, I mean, if we're looking at the past, it's like very, very logical the way it's going right now. 𝗓𝗓 says, sorry, Dusty, think most of us are watching how people are dumping. Why do you say sorry about that? Simon says, what indicators do you use when determining a good entry on an altcoin? No indicator necessarily. I think a lot of it is just logic and the broader sector, as in how good is Bitcoin looking, and that will determine how good altcoins are looking for the most part. Anyway, we just hit 63.9 thousand even. Then we're back up $1,500. Right now we're coming back down a bit, 64.8, 64.7. So we're being really, really volatile here for the last couple of minutes. And this is the problem if you're watching crypto too closely, that sometimes you get too attached and it starts to become really, really stressful. Oh, Wushu says, oh, I said it because you asked, is no one watching or no one remembering the question you asked. Oh, my bad, my friend. Monkey D says, I'm not panicking. Okay, let's see in the chat real quick. Who's panicking? And who's like good? Who's comfortable and who's really, really uncomfortable? Because right now we're back up $500 in like a few seconds. We're going down and up so fast, it's crazy. Except XRP, halving in April, XRP price. Kuba says, I'm chilling. Peruso says, expect up. Obviously expect up, but it might take a little bit of time though. By the way, so if you're wondering, I am reading every single thing as you can see here. It just sometimes takes a little, I think there's a slight delay when I see it versus when you guys type it, but just know I'm watching every single part of it. I'm here, all right? I'm here, I'm looking at every single thing. Crypto Joe says, I'm chilling, Dusty. Just happy to be in the bull market again. My friend, it's been bull market for like a year and a bit, huh? Like a year and a half. A lot of people think the bull market just started. No, the bull market started way back then. It's just that right now we're getting into more exciting points of bull market. But I'll tell you one thing honestly. I have a goal of hitting a certain amount of Bitcoin, a certain amount of XRP, a certain amount of this, that. Even though my XRP goal I've hit, my Ethereum goal, I don't think I've hit yet. Maybe I'm close, but I don't think I've hit it yet. My Bitcoin goal, I still have a little bit more to go. And so the lower the prices stay, because I'm going to be here for a long time, right? A good time, but most importantly, a long time. Hey, Nico, what's up? I kind of want it to be low for a little bit more so I can get to that goal. And I'm close, though. I'm very, very close to the exact point of Bitcoin I want to have. Maybe for you guys, it's like 0.1 Bitcoin. Maybe it's 100 Bitcoin. I don't know how much you want to have, but I'm looking for a very, very specific point, and I'm almost there. I'm so close, but I might need another week or so. Because on the other side, I'm thinking, I even want to maybe sell Bitcoin to just buy more altcoins because times are that crazy. But then I'm also thinking, Dusty, you got to sometimes have a little stash for the safety, you know? All these guys, these BlackRock people, they're buying Bitcoin not to quickly make money on, but as a hedge against the rest of the shit show. And I kind of also have got a good reason to keep holding Bitcoin forever, because why have everything in fiat, right? Well, I don't really have fiat. I mostly just have cryptos. And that's where things get more difficult, where I'm like, at some point you got to take some profits here and there. It's never too crazy. But I don't think right now is that time yet. I think we're still very, very early for all this stuff. Dance is dumped 5K instantly. Yeah, it happened every single time though. And red is the time where most people get scared. I see a lot of you guys in the comments always say, Dusty, no, we're falling, you stupid fool. Why did you tell us to buy it? I keep thinking, man, the whole idea is to keep buying, especially when things are down. It's only when you get afraid of things falling down that you wreck yourself. Because the way I see it is, oh, we're getting a discount to something we know now has breached, or at least hit all-time high. We know now will keep going crazier. We right now, matter of fact check, let's see this, let's see this, let's see this. Matter of fact, we right now are at all-time high euro levels as it stands. So you can't say, oh, Dusty, no, you see all-time high, look how much we fall. We're still right now as it stands at all-time high euro levels. So have we really fallen that bad? No, we're actually basically at the highest point ever right now. It's just a slight little cap after going slightly higher. This is on euro. However, give me a second. Give me a second. Here we go. However, if we take a look, for example, because this is adjusted for the amount of Bitcoin that come into circulation, right? Previously, there were not as many Bitcoins as there are now. You can see here as well that we are really just so close for all-time high. The fact of the matter is that we had the highest Bitcoin close ever yesterday. And I think we're going to have it again today, depending on how things go. Somebody says, break time is over. I'm out. Thanks, Dusty. Later, everyone. Oh, you're working, huh? You were like on shift, on break, just quickly getting a little sneak peek out there. And sorry if you guys don't think this is an emergency of sorts. I apologize for giving it the wrong thumbnail, but I didn't want to make a thumbnail. I just use a previous one that is already like in my live stream always. It's like standard. I could just click it and start streaming. So I didn't have to, give myself another 15 minutes to make a little picture and stuff. It's an emergency. We hit an all-time high for the first time ever before the halving. I think this is literally more emergency than anything else I could have ever picked, because my laptop is almost falling. Now it's a little bit in your screen. No. Okay, this is awful. You guys are going to have to deal with it, I guess. Oh, no, what I just do? This lid, I just smushed it, and this water just flipped over me. I did not pee my pants, but if I stand up, it will look like it. So I will respectfully keep sitting down. Damn. Okay, it's starting to get like wet, proper wet now. So I'm a little bit more uncomfortable than I was about 1 minute ago. Instagram is down. Can you imagine how many people right now are panicking because they can't look at some random freaking pictures on the internet? Can you imagine how sad? Low Fun says, IG down is Bitcoin down. Crazy. How is that Dubai water? Yeah. I try, that's a funny thing. It's a longer story. I try to get the glass bottles, but it's sometimes really cumbersome to get glass here. Especially if you want to order in bigger quantities, it's kind of annoying. So the Dubai water, what do you mean, tap? Or I try to go for one at least that's kind of spring-y, and they told me this one is, because I don't like it when it's like from the ocean refined or whatever. But even this, it ain't perfect, my friend. But it's the glass are really easy if you like sparkling, but if you like still, it's harder to get in glass. There's two. There's I think 𝗂𝗂𝑃𝑎NA and there's Voss, I think, in glass. Thoughts on ICP? That's the funny thing. I don't really hold a lot of that. And there's many of those coins I don't really hold a ton of that some people are really bullish on. But you gotta diversify, my friend. Meaning, Thank you for the suggestion. I appreciate that, my friend. I appreciate that. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you for your steady insights. That's good to know. That's good to know. Huh. By the way, if you're trading crypto now, you're having a field day because look at that price action, huh? From 69 to 64.4 on Binance at least, to 65.8 back down to 64 something. Just crazy. Oh, you guys can see. Crazy price action recently. Somebody says Bitcoin is crashing. I'm looking at it, my friend. I'm looking at it through a freaking hawk eye. Will it fall more? So the problem with saying that is that right now we're in the most emotional state we've ever been. I think over the short term, nobody knows what's going to happen. Over the next couple of days, there's a very good chance we fall slightly. And then over the next 2 weeks, let's say, I think there's a very good chance we're going to keep going up a lot. Tomorrow I'll be in another spot, by the way. I'm going somewhere, and I'm going to meet a couple of my crypto friends in another country where we'll be traveling to very, very shortly. I will not say where until we're there, but, you know, it's going to be nice. Slim says, should I buy now? Me, myself, I don't think it's a bad idea to open longs from here and start layering down, because how low can it go? Especially if you open, let's say you had a $1,000 account, open a $100 long times a certain amount. If it's times 10, for example, you still have a lot of room left to go and increase that position on its way down. But it's up to you. It depends on what type of style you like. Allison says Bitcoin all-time high 68,550. It depends on the exchange. On Coinbase, it's 69.0 or something. And we just hit that. On a lot of exchanges, we hit the all-time high. Kuba says, I think we are witnessing some market manipulation. There's, theoretically speaking, always market manipulation, as there's always people wanting a certain thing to happen and pushing that with size, with money. Because the price only moves up and down when people wanted to go somewhere, right? So it's never really a free market because there's some people who have more control over it than others. It's just that everybody's allowed to participate in the game that some big institutions are playing. BTC should hit $100,000 this Friday. I don't think this Friday. I think $100,000 could happen within a month or two. It's not crazy if this were to happen really, really quickly. What is your view on gold and other markets topping being a different setup? You know, the funny part is, I don't want to shit talk others. Let's just say my personal strategy here is to keep realizing BlackRock wanted to get in for a reason. These guys' volumes are ever increasing. If you right now are thinking of, oh, are we actually going to keep going up or are we going to come down? Just look at the numbers here. Look at how much these guys want to get in rather than out. If you realize that for a second, you won't be asking me a question about things topping over. I don't care what any other market is doing. This is what's happening to our market. The big institutions want to get away from all the other stuff going here. Gold topping, you can see it as a bullish thing, you can see it as a bearish thing. Gold topping perhaps means they're not choosing gold, they're choosing Bitcoin, as an example. Gold topping could mean, well, matter of fact, they're not trying to look for safe havens no more. They're trying to go for riskier assets like a Bitcoin or like the stock market. But you could see it 1,001 different ways depending on your own views. How much money would you need to make to live in Dubai? Australia be taxing crypto like crazy. It really depends, my friend. I think you could definitely get do with, depending on how you want to live. If you really want to live with like roommates, for example, you could probably make do with like $2,000. If you really want to live on your own, if you really want to live in a faraway place, you could probably do with $3,500. If you want to live in a good area, you might want to do with at least $5,000, $6,000. If you want to live properly, you might want to start with like $10,000. But it also depends. Do you like to spend a lot of money? You might need a lot more. Are you really just, I stay at home, you like to take public transport? You might be fine with just like $5,000, $4,000. But it depends also. You want to sit in the desert? You might have yourself a house for $1,000 a month. I don't know. I don't know how it looks like on the other side, if you know what I mean. But I'd say comfortably, perhaps, I'm going to say like 8, 10,000 or something. Yeah. I'd say that's a good estimation. From, I think, Morocco. There we go. Very nice. Welcome. And everybody, if you're not done yet, make sure you press that like button. I got to keep saying, because sometimes I notice, look, we've had over 2,000 people stop by and say hi. We've only had 178 likes. Sometimes I wonder if you guys don't know just how well it can do for a live stream or a video when people press that like button. And it doesn't cost you anything. Now, before, right, I was used to think, it doesn't matter. Why would I press it? But I'm like, it doesn't cost me anything, and I'm helping out. Why not? But I appreciate every single one of you who did it, because still, at the end of the day, it's 100 and something people who took like 3 seconds out of their day to press that button. So I still appreciate every single one of you. Just want to make it clear that it does help out every single one. And so if you're doing that, don't think it's being wasted, you know? I appreciate you very much so, even if it's some effort. But just know it is being appreciated from my side. As well on just normal videos. I always, it's kind of stupid maybe, but I always look at the amount of likes as well. Because you kind of got to gauge how a video is by the amount of people that press the like on their own. Because I try to never ask for it anymore. So if it's got more likes, you kind of usually know, this was a better video that I've made, or more people found it useful or something. For example, whenever I talk about my top coins, I usually notice, it's not as loved as when I talk about the most hyped things, or when I talk about XRP on its own. But I do still in the back of my head think it helps more people. And I think over longer terms, my AI top coins, for example, video did really, really well. And I think, it's probably because a lot of people made crazy money on the AI coins I talked about. Because nearly every single one of them is up such crazy numbers. Because this one we're buying at $6 here, for example. Let's see here real quick. I don't even remember what we're buying Echelon Prime or Singularity Net or Fetch or Render at. I think Render was like $3, something like that. A Bit Sensor was like $450, $500. Because that one is a little bit crazy, the way it goes and the way it works. I have a long open still at about 630 for that. I have Render long open. I have a Fetch AI long open. Ajax, I don't think I have a long. I think I just bought it spot. RSS3, I still have a good chunk of. I don't even know where that one is. It's like a random type of coin in the rankings sometimes. RSS3, I've got a good chunk of. VR, I've got a good chunk of. Yeah, I mean, every single coin in the AI space we talked about has done really, really well because it just makes sense. Especially in gaming as well. If you're just consistently buying, I think it's very, very hard to lose. You might have some negative days, right? But then, for example, one of my coins, which I have a massive long on Beam. Let's see. Let's see now. Let's see, Habibis. Bye bit. Let me go check it out. Oh, look at that. So we have actually now officially gotten, can you guys see? Gotten to, let me see if you guys can see it. I have to put it in front of my face. It's the other way around, but if you pause it, you can probably see it. It's 97.57% profit on our Beam long, which I think put up in the Telegram, which is kind of unfortunate because it's not that crazy. But the fact that this was also at minus for a bit makes it kind of funny. Stacks, a lot of you guys were laughing, but I still have got it open. Because I still believe it's like in 550% profit. Because I still think it's kind of low. Bitcoin, this one has been riding for a long time. This is one of the Bitcoin trades. And we still have the live stream Bitcoin trade. Oh, let's go check that. Guys, guess. How much profit are we in on the Bitcoin live stream trade? This trade was opened with about $1,500. I took 10% profit somewhere to cover the fees. So I already took out like $1,500 or so at some point. And now there's about $1,350 in there. How much do you think? How much do you think? Profit, huh? We put $1,500 in this trade because you guys on the live stream told me to go for a long position. I said, let's go for a short. And long, it went completely underwater. We got wrecked so hard for the first couple of weeks, I think. So it was like down, perhaps it was a bigger trade because I thought it was down $5,000 for a bit, but perhaps it was not. Maybe it was only down like 1,000 on the 1,300. I thought it was down more though. Guess. The person who guesses closest. If you guess really, really close on how much profit we're in exactly, you might get something. I don't know. Let's guess. So I opened a $1,500 trade I don't even know when I opened this. I can't see that. How much profit we in exactly? If you guess it, you might get a surprise. Okay, I'll give it like 20 more seconds. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, guesses are over. So it is roughly, you guys can't guess anymore, you're too late. It's about 1,300%. And so this trade right now is in $17,000 worth of profit. So it's actually kind of funny. Let's see. Can you see it? You can't see it perfectly, but I think it makes a little bit of sense. So let's see. It is, to open this trade, matter of fact, I'll show you, cost me $1,000 to keep it open for all these months, but it's made about, let me go, wait, give me a second. Let me turn the screen around. Whoa, that's kind of strange. Wait, so you guys can read it perfectly now. Can you see it? That's pretty funny. On a $1,353 trade, we're in $17.5K profit. I think that's kind of weird sometimes. Sorry, my friend, you're way too late. It was already cut off for too long. And it's 17K. I should have said 17 before. Actually, last time, a lot of you guys were really, really close. But this time, nobody was really close. Can you guys imagine just how crazy altcoin season is going to get from here? A lot of people are so bearish. I'm looking through the sentiment now. There's some sentiment checks. People are worried as crap. And let's do a little check. So I see now some of you guys are trying to trick me a little bit, huh? I see your guess here. This is in time, right? I think this is when everybody was guessing. Or is this also too late? No, I think this is still in time. And then afterwards, I think it was already cut off. It's a little bit too late. You can't keep guessing, my friend. You know what I'm going to do as well? I'm just going to guess every single number and say I'm right. Anyway, it was not close enough either way. I think if you said 17.5, that person might have won. But it was not close enough. But don't worry. There's a lot of cool wins that are coming over the next couple of months. As I said before, guys, I think this bull run, we're going to do a lot of cool stuff, especially for the guys that watch all the time. There's going to be some sort of cool giveaways of sorts like we did last season. The last bull run, I think the last thing we did in the bull run was do a $10,000 giveaway, which is funny. Some of those guys I still speak with, most of those guys I don't. And it made me realize just giving away money is kind of stupid. I'd prefer to give away just like, I don't know how you say it, experiences or something that's cool for a lot more people. On the opposite side, I told you guys many times, I personally think a giveaway can be a really good start to a journey, but perhaps it's better in not just cash money because, okay, let's be very open here. Last time, some of the people that won really needed the money. And the difficult part with that is if you really need the money, I understand it. But it's not really to fund your crypto journey, it's just to buy food and whatever. I don't mind, I understand everybody needs money, right? The problem being, a lot of people will not use it then to like start a new career or try something new. A lot of people will just try to basically buy the new shoes or something like that. And the problem with that is then it's not as fun to just give something away so somebody has new shoes versus trying to start somebody's new financial career. But obviously, I'm not the one to decide what they can do with it. So that's why I sometimes like trading bonuses more than just straight up money to give, basically. And I think it's also nice to do experiences. For example, like a cool type of come together or something like that when a lot of you guys are able to come to like a conference of sorts or some sort of cool thing here in Dubai or maybe perhaps in even another country. It could be something. It doesn't really matter where exactly, but just something cooler that more people can enjoy. That's more of a memory of sorts. Even though I think a giveaway is also a memory to a lot of people. Somebody in the comments keeps saying Bitcoin is dumping. Well, realistically speaking, we're not. I mean, we came down a lot from the all-time high almost instantly. And I know it looks really, really red, but it's not a harsh dump if I'm being completely honest with you. In truth, I expected things to go a lot more severe towards the downside than it did happen. It was a 50-50. Usually the price comes back down instantly right after hitting all-time high, which it did now. But in some mystical cases, I thought, well, since we are hitting these prices so much before the halving, I kind of expect it to go for a 75K run nearly instantly. But then again, probability-wise, it's not a 50-50. It's just, it could have gone to either a massive run, 75K, like a hard pump continuing on, or a juicy correction, which can still last a few days if we base it on history. We did an analysis of that like a little bit ago. Steven says, hey, Dusty, you're still bullish on MagicCraft? Thank you, buddy. I still hold every single dollar worth of MagicCraft that I've ever bought. I've never sold a single cent. I have ordered more food, by the way, but it's taken a lot longer than expected. I'm actually really, really surprised that that trade is doing so good, the live stream trade. It's quite surprising, actually. I wonder what it would have looked like at peak at 65K, because I guess we would have been up another like 7% or so, which would have been 70% on the trade. Could have been really funny. Would have probably been almost 20K profit then on that one, especially if we take a look at the at what it would have been if I kept the whole trade in. Would have been interesting. Big Studies. Can you give a brief explanation on how to do short or long on Bybit? There's a video for that. Always in the comments section, I think I always have a video to a link on that. Brenda says, any idea if you were to guess to where XRP could pull back to? No, I don't really look at it like that in terms of pullbacks of the sort. Because, I mean, right now we've actually broken out, but if we, can you guys see? If we take a look at it, we are right now back to some previous tops, right? The way where it just kind of fell back from. We are back at some previous tops. And from here, it's kind of hard to say because it's going to depend on where Bitcoin goes. I mean, there's a good chance we see a little tiny fallback before trying again, basically, and potentially going crazy high. But if Bitcoin keeps falling down, most likely these altcoins will see some further bleeding. And so then the pullback, you can say, oh, 60 cents. It can go 54, 52, lower and lower if you give Bitcoin a little negative sentiment, if you understand where I'm coming from. Kuba says, hold the trade till next all-time high. Yeah, I'm going to do a video shortly as well. I already made a video like last week or maybe a week and a half ago about when to start selling and how to do it. A lot of people are still wondering, though, where to take profit, how to take profit, etc. I'll do another bigger update on that later. I don't think it's too relevant just quite yet. But soon enough, I'll make another video on exactly those parts. Just exactly how I think the best way would be to cash out. And I'm going to be honest with you, some people are right now already thinking about cashing out here at these levels, like 69,000, for example. They're just extremely glad to see Bitcoin at these high points because it's like saying, whoa, you know, people, when Bitcoin basically saw this prices here, you know, they were ecstatic because they'd hit the highest point ever. It's just the fact that right now we're thinking it's going to keep continuing on higher and higher and higher for a longer time that people don't want to sell. But historically speaking, this point right here would have been the best point ever to sell Bitcoin at. So you got to understand as well that a lot of people are happy to take profits right here and in this entire zone here, basically. Because these are some of the highest points we have ever seen for Bitcoin. But in my opinion, the fact that we have these ETFs and the BlackRock and the guys are buying so much of it makes me more hesitant to sell at these points. Because I feel as if I'm doing that right now, I'd just be selling it to BlackRock, etc. And it'd be too much of a waste because these guys are trying to continue to buy up and up and up. They don't really care about these 10% fluctuations. They're buying it for the next years to come as a diversification from the main portfolio. And so the only thing I'm thinking is perhaps it's oh, wait, I got my food again. I'm not sure exactly what I was trying to say there. And by the way, I can't eat this because it's beef. Whoa, I got cucked a bit. Didn't you get your food delivery a bit ago? I had 3 over the past 40 minutes. You might be wondering, why does he do that? Well, sometimes I like to have different things. You know, I'm just buying cake. Don't worry, because it's all-time high, right? Now, last time as well, a lot of you guys were not celebrating properly, man. I don't understand. We're at some of the historically craziest periods ever. Enjoy a little, man. Somebody asked on Telegram a little bit earlier, how much higher could go with once will be listed on Binance today. So I'll tell you this once more. Every single time a meme coin gets listed onto Binance, it's an instant sell because it almost every single time just keeps falling. 𝗵𝗵𝗄, Shiba Inu, and WIF now. So it's a little future point for everybody. Anyway, guys, I'm going to catch myself some food here. As you guys know, I ordered enough now, and nothing more is coming, I hope. Hopefully, we'll be back very soon talking about another bullish update as Bitcoin hits 75 or whatever. Perhaps we see another little pullback. I mean, it happened 2 times prior, and I would not be too afraid of that happening here in the sense of if it does, I think still overall with such massive buying pressure, I don't think it's going to be that long for us to be down for. But I think as long as we stay above 60, I don't think anybody's really in panic mode. It's just negative on the short term. But I think if we were basically going to be done from here, it would have been a massive crash nearly instantly. And the fact that we only crashed a couple percent, like 6% here, is quite bullish actually. Because otherwise, I think it probably would have been even more significant than we did. It could also be though because the meme coins, etc., took themselves a little bit too high too quickly. This is they're correcting that the sentiment here is a little bit negative today, which is also causing Bitcoin people to be taking some profit, being more cautious because these things went too crazy. And it happened kind of at the same time that WIF just got listed at Binance. But soon enough, I think things will turn back around. Give it some time. Understand that usually this is only happening in about 6 months from now, so it would have been an even slower climb. We just went really, really fast. So when you go really, really fast, you also come down for a bit. But hey, it's all fine. It's all worth it. And I think only up is the way to go. But yeah, that's it. Hopefully see you guys again tomorrow or the day after.